Welcome back to DC News Now at noon. I'm Mark Hall. Your time now is 12:29. Let's recap this afternoon's top stories. Police are investigating after a man was shot and killed on campus at Catholic University. It happened this morning, and police tell DC News Now that the victim did not have any connection to the school. The university sent a statement to students and staff saying that the two people involved did know each other. It's unclear at this hour if anyone is in police custody. Well, 9 people are hurt following a mass shooting in Northeast D.C. overnight. Police say that it happened on Meade Street around 2 a.m. That's where officials say that a car drove by the 4th of July party and opened fire. Police say the youngest victim is 10 years old. And we're learning more about the swimmer who died in the Potomac River near Harper's Ferry yesterday. The Department of Natural Resources officials identified him as a 44-year-old man from Germantown, Maryland. Authorities say that 2 other people had been fishing on the Maryland side of the river when they tried to cross through the water to the Rock Island. Now, he tried to yell for help and then went under. The other swimmers tried to get to him but couldn't. The National Park Service has discouraged people from swimming in the Potomac, saying that there are just too many risks. A packed Virginia Beach created a busy holiday weekend for lifeguards. Virginia Beach Life Saving Services said that lifeguards pulled more than 150 people out of the water. They pulled more than 40 people out of the water on Monday alone. One member of that group shared advice that could keep you safe.
Everything is in your favor by swimming on the lifeguarded beach. We're not perfect. Nothing's guaranteed in this world, but I can promise you, you're in a better place being out here with all the lifeguards looking over you than being somewhere else where there are no lifeguards.
And Gill also urged people to wait until they are done with the beach to drink alcohol. He says it adds a dangerous element to the heat, excitement, and action on the beach. Well, beachgoers on New York's Long Island are on high alert this afternoon. Several possible shark attacks have been reported in recent days. That's where we find James Ford with the latest details.
Of course, it is a holiday, but the sharks are not taking a break whatsoever here on the south shore of Long Island.
What you see here in this video, shot by a drone from the New York State Parks Department, is what caused lifeguards to prohibit people from getting into the water when beaches opened Tuesday morning.
They saw a school of sharks. They were sand sharks, and approximately 50 of them.
About an hour and a half after the beach at Robert Moses State Park opened and there were no new sightings, lifeguards allowed people to go back into the surf only to change the order again minutes later. That's when somebody reported another possible shark sighting just east of the first one.
The lifeguard said there was a marine sighting. Everybody just started coming out.
Fast?
Yeah.
Another 90 minutes or so without a sighting allowed people to go back into the water again here at Robert Moses State Park on the 4th of July. But by mid-afternoon, there was a shark bite off Fire Island Pines, 9 miles east of here, and a possible bite off Quogue on Long Island's East End. Those happened a day after a 15-year-old boy was bitten while on his surfboard in the waters off Kismet Beach at Fire Island. The Suffolk County Police Commissioner spoke with him.
The shark was about 4 to 5 feet in length. It took a nice bite out of his left foot and caused some gashes to his toe and heel, as well as punctured his left calf.
And 3 hours or so before that, at Robert Moses, a 15-year-old girl was bitten, still at that very location now.
The weather has been so bad in New York, I'll take any beach day. Yeah, and I'll just, have my ears open for the lifeguards and have my eyes open for the water.
When we got cleared, we just went in. We didn't really think much of it. At least I didn't. Yeah. I was like, I'm just going to go in the water. Can't live in fear,
Suffolk County Police and state parks officials say they have wave runners, drones, helicopters, and of course lifeguards looking out. But the fact is,
we have more bait fish and bunker fish, and that's what's drawing the sharks closer to shore.
I asked our victim, listen, do you plan on going swimming again? He goes, oh, absolutely. So if he's willing to go swimming and go surfing again, then sure enough, I will as well.
Staying alert and staying in touch with the lifeguards. Those are key things, according to state and county authorities, to have in mind when you are at the beach this summer. Reporting from Robert Moses State Park at the beach, I'm James Ford.
Well, no doubt we are feeling like July across the DMV here these last few days. Classic stuff taking shape out there. Checking in with our weather watchers. Well, look at these temperatures. It's 86 already for Mac and Mapleville. 86 was that high yesterday. Things did stay cooler to the west because we had some of those spotty showers and a few downpours. 1/10 of an inch of rain in Mapleville, but that didn't stop the heat index from at least climbing still into the 90s. That humidity definitely can't be underestimated. The Akel family in Jugtown picked up a little bit of the rainfall from those showers in Washington County yesterday. Temperatures, of course, staying in the 80s thus far. And then as we slide over to Leo in Mogginsville, almost a half an inch of rain. Some of the steadier rainfall occurred in the northern part of the county. But look at that 2 point again. That just shows how muggy it is. Mid-70s. That is downright oppressive out there at times. Schumann-Winchester, low of 67, temperature up to 85 already. Just a peak wind speed up to 15 miles an hour. Stayed dry throughout the entire holiday yesterday in Winchester. Marlin and Warfordsburg picked up 0.33 of an inch of precipitation. A peak wind speed up to 11 miles per hour. And that was just the way things went out there yesterday as we continued to see some of that rainfall. Now, folks, this rain, it's been beneficial, even though it may have thrown a little bit of a wrench into your 4th of July plans. This drought monitor was released last week. That was the data we got. We're going to get new data in tomorrow, an updated drought monitor, and I would expect to see some improvement here. We have that severe drought over central Maryland, the moderate drought expanding out from that to include D.C., southern Maryland, over into the eastern panhandle. And here's the reason why we could end up seeing that improvement. Anywhere you see green on this map behind me, that is where we've had a little bit more rainfall than expected over the last month. Any yellow is slightly below average for rainfall over the last month. And really, folks, we're seeing a lot more green on this map than we had over the last several weeks. So that just goes to show that we are starting to make up a little bit for that rainfall deficit we were in. And that is good news as we roll ahead into this month of July, especially as we do have a lot more rain chances in the forecast over the next several days.
All right, Damon, thank you. Well, families and friends swarmed to the National Mall to experience a fireworks show like no other. And those on the Virginia side of the Potomac River also got to take in the sights, and many camped out all day on the side of the Potomac, watching the sun set behind the Washington Monument before the fireworks show began.
Just family time. We did some painting. On the grass, some football.
It's kind of the picnic in whole day.
It's been 2 years in a row now. We've just got to know each other as a community.
The best part of fireworks are when they go up to the sky and like.
Well, some people even calling the spot the best fireworks view in the DMV. That could be disputed, but at least they had a good time. A large, enthusiastic crowd in Shepherdstown, West Virginia, lined German Street in the heart of town. The town's 4th of July parade celebrated with all sorts of community groups and marching bands, scout troops, floats, and youth groups like the 4-H Club. Well, after the parade, a big everybody welcome picnic at Morgan Grove brought a lot of folks together.
Oh yeah, it's a good old Americana. We're the oldest town in the state of West Virginia. I guess that's pretty special, and we're the oldest fire department in the state of West Virginia.
It really shows how we truly believe how we're free, and how the town brings it together is really special.
Well, many in the crowd excited to have the parade back after COVID canceled the festivities for a few years.